Alright, welcome to Chato's Garage. Got another thing on the front end, gotta change. I bought these A-arms from some guy in Austin. The only thing is, his bushings are polyurethane. I don't have the normal rubber bushing, so I'm gonna have to use that. Reason why I'm gonna change this is because I want to change the ball bearings. So might as well do both at one time. And my bearings are shot pretty much non-existent. They disintegrated. I should have sprayed WD-40 on that yesterday before starting working on it today. But yeah, I haven't seen a video on how to do this, but it doesn't seem like it's difficult. I do know that the ball bearing is inside the strut, so I would need to take off the sway bar link, take off the castle nut on this, and there's these bolts right here. That's too bright, I don't know if the camera can see it. That bolt, and then there's one on the other side, and that would separate from the strap. And then I gotta take off the tension rod bolts, and this would fall down. But I don't know if I want to do that. Well, I'm gonna need another alignment anyways when I put the, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to take this off if I don't have to, but I'm gonna need another alignment anyway, so might as well just take it off. And then I'm gonna get rid of this bolt, not rid of it, but take it off. It's just all plug and play. It shouldn't be too difficult. I do have new bearings. I have inner and outer. This is a new cap because I busted the other one. But all I did on this car is I took out the outer bearings, cleaned them, and re-greased them, slapped them back in. That's all I did. But I finally got the inner and outer. But with the outer bearings, you need to take off the caliper to be able to take off the hub, the bearings on the other side of this. And I really don't want to, because I did see a video for the changing the bearings, and you have to take off the hard line off the caliper, but I, like me and bleeding brakes, I don't want to do that. Yeah, man. Alright, I'm gonna start getting things disconnected, and I'll get back to it. Now, I don't know what it's been really weird. I haven't been wanting to work on this car at all. It's been like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I could have got this done in the afternoon, but here I am 3 weeks later. I don't know. Just haven't had motivation to work on it. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I already got into this point. I took off everything I said I was going to take off. Now that the ball joint castle nut's exposed, I'm gonna separate. I was just letting that Mustang pass by. I'm gonna separate that castle nut. Should take this off, which I'm gonna need to put on that one. That one's already preset. Like I mean, I was just mocking it up, but this will go on top of that. And yeah, it looks like there's a rubber seal right here. I don't have a replacement for that. I'm gonna keep using that. That looks okay. It's obviously super old. Who knows when it was changed, that little seal, but we're just gonna keep it. The only problem I'm running into is I don't think I have a big enough bolt or a socket for that bolt. I mean, I have one set that can fit, but maybe that's enough. We'll see. Next clip would be this arm taken off. All right, took it out. Looks like it's gonna be this one with the bushing a little bit bigger on the right side for the driver's side. I'm just gonna slip that back in and put the bolt. I'm gonna put the bolt in going this way. I'm gonna show you real quick. So, where's the flashlight? It's better if I show you the flashlight, but I don't know where it went. So this bolt, the way it's oriented right now, it was on this way, and it was hitting on the inner rod right here, and when I was hammering it out because it was stuck, this thing started twisting a little bit. I don't know if it messed up the alignment or tweaked it or whatever, but instead of putting the rod back in this way, I'll put it in this way, because whenever I do get rubber bushings to replace this polyurethane, because the polyurethane is already like gunked up, not because of me, of course, I bought these, but since I have non-existent bushings, I'm just gonna have to use these. And then so next time when I get the bushings replaced, it'll be easier for me to take out. But yeah, that's the disassemble. I'm gonna assemble it up, assemble it real quick, and then I'll show you that part. I'll let you know if that was difficult or not. Okay, I got stuck. Trying to put this bushing and dowel in. You see how like that bushing right there is kind of being warped a little bit. I'm assuming it's very hard to put in because like if you see like the metal is like bent right there. I think the previous owner hit something really hard, or I did, but I don't remember hitting anything that hard for that piece to bend like that. Anyways, I think it got like pushed in a little bit when the other AARM didn't have any bushing, so it was able to push in a lot in. So right now I'm having it. I finally got it in to this point, but what I'm worried about is, sorry, the fan is on, so it's probably loud, but the problem is that bushing right there is getting caught in one of the lips on the inside. So I have an idea how to fix that with the screwdriver or flathead and a hammer, but I won't get it perfect. It might be a little messed up. Oh well. I'm sure the other side is going to go a lot smoother because it's not bent like this. So we'll see. Alright, cool. I might cut these. These are pretty ugly. I'll probably hammer them down because there's not that much space in here for the bolt itself. Anyways, I torqued this down to 50 foot-pounds, and it was perfect enough where I can just put the cotter pin straight through. I haven't tightened that down. This is going to be called the inner traverse link pivot bolt. That's what it's called. It wasn't that hard to look it up, or you just gotta know how to describe what you're talking about, and the interwebs will tell you what it is. But it's according to the Google, it's 101 to 116 foot-pounds. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wipe up all that grease. I was using lube to help me get that bushing in. I also used the jack to help me put that in. But yeah, 101 to 116. And once I get all that torque down, it's all plug and play from here. And then I gotta just torque this down to its specifications. In the next clip, I'll say what it is, because I don't know it by memory, and I gotta look it back up. Obviously, when you're working on old cards, you need to buy. On Amazon, they sell a little box full of cotter pins. I'm not gonna reuse this old cotter pin, especially as for the tie rod. So I have new cotter pins. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to get yourself a box. Bunch of different sizes, but yeah. Here we go. Let me pull up some. Okay, so for the torque spec for the tie rod, it is 22 to 29 foot-pounds. I had it like around 25, and then I tightened it just a little bit more just so I can get that cotter pin through. So these the next bolts that are weird, they're to the knuckle. They're 23.1 to 31.1. They're the bolts that detach the knuckle from the strut. So that bolt, I believe it's a 17, I don't remember, but that's the torque spec, 21.1 to 31.1. Forgot what torque spec I put it at, but it's in there. Yeah, I mean it was a little tricky to put in a tension rod back in, put the tension rod bolts back in, because obviously before I had no bushing, so it was a lot of play, and it was easy to put the tension rod in. But now that I had bushings, I had to push the strut like away, and at the same time put the bolts in for the tension rod, and it wasn't fun. It was kind of annoying. But yeah, everything is torqued, plugged, and tightened, and looks like the wheel is still straight. I checked the wheel inside the cabin. It hasn't moved. So the alignment's not going to be completely off, but I still need another one since I changed steering components, or at least I detached the tie rod and stuff. So I have no more time to work on it today. Tomorrow is it's gonna be a quick hour. I know all the torque specs by memory now, and it's not gonna take me that long. Sorry, I have a fan on. I'm too lazy to go pick it back up. It's right there, but hopefully you can hear me more than the fan. I'm gonna put this bad boy together. I'm just gonna move the steering wheel a little bit, see if I notice a difference. I probably won't unless I'm actually driving, but yeah. See you tomorrow. Alright, I'm about to start on the other side. I didn't mention any of the tools I was using. You're gonna need some deep sockets. I mean, bolt size may vary on different years of these cars, but you need various sizes of deep sockets and short sockets, which I have in here. I just have a pair of pliers for the cotter pins, my torque wrench to get all the castle nuts and everything up to spec, hammer just in case you need a little bit more persuasion. If you have a pry bar, it would be better, but this is the longest flathead I have, and I use it as a pry. Normal ratchet, and I only needed a 14-inch or 14 millimeter wrench, and that's it. That's all I needed. Oh, and a breaker bar and an extension. Power tools are optional. Sorry, I can't think straight for some reason. But here's the old and new. Obviously the old don't have no bushings. New does. You do need grease. Doesn't matter what type. I'm using bearing grease for lubricant to get this in. And then here's the cotter pin assortment kit that I was talking about, that I was gonna put in the description. Here's all the measurements. They're all over the place because I dropped it, and they're not all like organized. But I mean, for something like this, you can just like, oh look, this is the same size, so I'm just gonna use that. But yeah, this is always handy to have. Especially on old cars, nothing but cotter pins and castle nuts. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I'm about to get this over with, and then we're gonna drive it, see how it feels. Alright, everything's good to go. Got the old ones out, new ones in, got new bow joints, new bushings. We're gonna go on a test drive. I put the wheel back on. Steering wheel is straight inside the car, and the wheels are by eyeball, they look straight. Still gonna need a alignment though. My buddy has some alignment plates. I might use those instead of paying someone to do it. But yeah, test drive. Alright, I don't know if this is a good angle where you can see see out and see me shift and stuff, but okay, we're test driving to see if we feel any difference, or if I feel any difference. Already turning while driving, easy. I don't have to use any muscle. Ball joints are working in that aspect. That's really nice. Stiffer in turning. It doesn't feel like it still wants to go while I'm trying to turn. I don't know how to explain it. Like if I'm turning this way, it doesn't feel like the car still wants to go to the right when I'm trying to turn left. It feels more planted now. I don't know if that's placebo or what, but yeah. I mean, when I turn, the car goes. Let's take a second. Yeah, turning feels like easy. It feels like I have power steering, but I don't have a racket pinion. Obviously, for the people that are watching, you already know that. I don't know if you hear that squeak. There is something, I don't know if it's a bushing that's just gone, but when I accelerate and decelerate, I feel like a disconnect. Like there's just a clunk. I don't know if it's happening inside the diff or if it's body mounts or what, but when I accelerate, it just feels like something like click, and then when I decelerate, click. Like it makes me think that it's a bushing, because I haven't changed any bushings back there. So I don't know, man. I did jack it up and I put the camera back there, and then like I did this, but it only happens under load. So when the car's on the asphalt, that's basically only when it happens. And when I have it on jack stands, I mean the car's not under load, so it's able to do everything without resistance. So to be honest, I don't know what it is. I even stuck a camera under where I thought the noise was coming from while I was driving, and the camera couldn't pick it up, and honestly I couldn't even hear it on camera either when it was under the car. Honestly, I haven't even looked at the drive shaft. That might be it, to be honest. That's like the only thing I haven't looked at. I'm being honest, like, yeah, I feel a little bit of a difference having bushings and stuff. Not much. Not by a lot. I mean, I was kind of hoping that I was gonna feel much of a difference, but to be honest, that's such a little change that it makes sense that I don't feel much, other than, you know, the ball joints helping me turn a lot more easier. Other than that, man. Oh shit, I didn't even see this other car. I mean, the clunk feels like it's kind of under me. It's a bad clunk. It feels like, I don't know if you ever seen like a rusted out truck where it like accelerates and the bed just like, because it's so rusted out. That's what it feels like. Not that I've ever been one that, but like, that's like the best analogy I can come up with how it feels when I accelerate and decelerate. That's just, and the car in this body, or the body in this car, it's not flexing like that, but that's the best analogy I can give. There's just something's not right and I can't find it. I mean, I've been driving, I don't feel unsafe with it. It's just like, I feel like something's gonna break soon. Not transmission. I think the transmission is pretty solid, but like a drive shaft or diff wise, something's gonna happen. But my problem wise that I just explained. But yeah, it was a quick little video. Quick little video on A-arm and ball joint change. On these cars it's so much easier, you don't need a press. So yeah, thank you for watching Chato's Garage.